A lot of people may say blues, folks, roots, but personally, what do you think? What genre do you fall into?
I play acoustic blues, which is really Delta blues, which is really country blues, you know. So acoustic blues kind of keeps the confusion down as to what it is. When I talk about the styles of music or anything, and you know, you look at my website, it's acoustic blues and more. And that was the easiest way for me to open the door for people to understand that there's, you know, more that I do, but acoustic blues is where I'm most at home. And then I work with the band, I play classical, I study classical and have a degree in it. And I really like heavy metal too.
Same here.
Yes.
It's amazing. And you use the guitar with the acoustic
And the guitar,
blues too?
yes, yes.
Do you play any other instruments?
I do. I play piano, other plucked instruments, ukulele, and mandolin.
Mandolin, nice.
I bought a mandolin because I wanted to learn this one Led Zeppelin song. And and a little bit on the banjo. I don't own one, but a little bit of banjo work, but guitar is my first love there.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And does being able to play all these types of instruments, or you mentioned metal and Led Zeppelin, being able to dive into all these different genres, how does that feel fulfilling as an artist? It must be.
It is. It's very much so. And it really kind of gives you a confidence as a musician to say, I know how this one works, and I know how to learn how the other ones work.
Yeah, and be able to collaborate with other musicians as
Yes.
well. You know, soon we'll see you in a
Yes.
metal band. Who knows?
Right?
So how did you get married to the blues? How did you find peace and fulfillment with this artistic musical craft?
I grew up with it, with a musical family, but I became attached to it with a combination of things. My parents were both from North Carolina, so the Southern culture is full of music. That's where a lot of what I do, Americana roots, where that came from. And I really like the combination of the culture, singing with my family, and I just wanted to keep doing it. And Odetta was one of my influences, so I met her, and I said, I want to do that. You know, I want to do that. And I was working with my family too. So it was part of our livelihood, but it also I really gravitated to it.
And did any like family stories, like just, I'm a blues fan myself, and you hear so much about, so much sung about what is seen through daily life. Did your
Yes.
family's daily life or any type of like, did that inspire you at all?
That's a great question. What the blues were called before they were called the blues were called reels, R-E-A-L-S.
Oh, okay.
And that's a part of the history. My great-grandfather played in the barrel houses. So he was a musician in the barrel houses, and that's when what they call reels. But they played all of the music at the time, like Stephen Foster and that sort of thing. So that story about him, one of the big hits that people love to hear him sing was "I Dream of Jeannie with the Light Brown Hair." That's not necessarily a blues, but the reels were songs that were about real life. So it was soap opera and song, you know. So different things. I wrote a little song about see them trees growing in the breeze, you know, and where we were living in the country. So all of that together really helped to build songs with the blues, and the blues helps you put it into a song form, and that it's user-friendly in that way.
Oh, I love that, and that's why I love the blues too. It's just something soulful about it and connecting
Yes.
about it personally.
You know, you can say this pillow has a round circle.
Ah, see, there you go.
Anything, yes.
So blues seems like it's very connecting and very community-driven in a sense, I would say.
Yes.
I know you do an educational program, STEAM, and I know
Yes.
that also has to do with connecting and educational pieces. So would you like to give us a little bit of background about your educational program that you run? So folks
Yes, STEAM, that acronym worked out so well because I worked with children at risk, and it is really strength-based programs are very important, as you know. When you're talking about teaching children life skills through music, which can be done, through the arts, which can be done, because it is life skills. You have to learn how to listen, you have to learn how to communicate. So when I left the classroom setting and decided to have my own independent education program, I thought to myself, I want a strength-based program. I wanted to be a mentoring program, not just a teaching program, but a mentoring in the expressive arts. STEAM, strength through expressive arts mentoring. It just
worked out.
It just worked out. It's like writing a song where you're taking dictation, you know. I created the program and presented it to the Office of Children and Family Services and started working with secure facilities. So incarcerated youth, so I was like, I want to do more. Well, that certainly was more, from being in an unsecure facility to the secure facilities. And generally with any youth, their energy, with that energy and that talent is directed, you get some amazing results.
Yes.
And I have so many stories that I could regale you with for the next couple of programs. But one of the things I did is to record. So I recorded them, and their reaction when they hear their own voice. It's just, some were in tears, some were like laughing and couldn't stop laughing. And I didn't, get that, because to me that's feedback, but for them it was feedback they've never heard their own voice. So that's why I wanted to keep that going and have it be an expressive arts mentoring, because it's life skills as well as music.
And what type of skills do you teach them? Just like how to play, how to sing?
Yes, how to play and sing, all of the instruments that are in a band, so your bass, piano, or keyboard, drums, and vocal, and even where it concerns what they're doing with rap, guitar, also. I don't know how we left that out. And the idea is to have them all have some competency in all of those instruments. So we're at a point where I can say, can someone do bass today? Yeah, I'll do bass. Someone do guitar today? Yeah, I'll do guitar. And they feel so proud of themselves.
They love it, probably. And why do you
Yes.
think this type of accessible programming for at-risk youth is valuable for the community? Because it seems very valuable, but why do you find it valuable?
Well, I can answer that with one quick story. One of the students that I have, or that I had, was able to be discharged without any further, because of good behavior and that, and got a job in the same system and created her own STEAM type program. She didn't call it STEAM, but she created her own recording and producing program for kids that she was responsible for as a staff.
That's amazing. Teach one, reach one, and continue on.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So it builds, I believe, and I've seen that more than once. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Thomasina, and thanks
Yes.
for coming by today and talking with us.
Thank you.